I am so excited for this podcast today.
It's good to be back. It felt wrong not being here
Did.
drinking with you at least once a week.
I know. And listen, I'm wearing these glasses today because everybody keeps commenting, why does she keep putting on her sunglasses and taking them off?
Because those are prescription.
Thank you. They're
Yep.
not. They're actually reading glasses that look really cool.
Yeah, they're awesome.
So I am excited that we're finally together. I will say it was a hell of a week.
Yeah, what's going on? Do you want to like catch us up to speed?
Yeah, real quick. So we missed last week's episode. I don't know if you're like me. You're like telling the universe, oh my God, it's so great. Work is good. I'm healthy. The dog's healthy. And then the universe goes, shut up, biatch.
Yeah.
Boom. The dog has IBS and had to have an ultrasound. Can't make that up.
When it rains, it pours.
And then I had a sinus infection. So we had to skip last week's episode. But we're back. I'm back. The dog's back. It's all good.
You're such a good dog mom, though, because what were you doing to prepare Jackson for his appointment?
Oh, my God. You will love this. So I taught my dog the word scan, and he would lie down on his back with his hands, lick his hands, with his paws over his head. And then I would grab a shampoo bottle and rub it on his stomach. And I did that for 2 weeks, knowing he was going to go in for a scan. So I get there for the scan, and the woman's like, all right, let's do the scan. And by the way, if you have to take your dog anywhere, Mass Vet Services in Agawam.
Okay, good to know.
Hands down. Specialty. If you need anything done, you need to go there. So she says, yeah, you can stay in the room. Let's hit the lights. And I'm like, oh, and your dog has to go on his back in a trough. Like a trough.
Yep.
For 10 minutes.
Jeez.
So I said, do we need to drug him? She said, we try not to do it with drugs, but you can stay in the room and stand by his head. I said, do you mind if I hold a shampoo bottle?
They're like, what the hell are you doing with that?
They said, what? And so I pulled the shampoo bottle out of my purse. I said, I'll show you. And I showed him the bottle. He lied on his back. I put him in the trough, and he was like this.
He was ready to go.
For 10 minutes, as long as I held the shampoo bottle, like by him, by his eyes. So anyway, he had that, and apparently he's got some sort of, I don't know, IBS, IBD.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what? He's in amazing hands. You're cooking for him. We're figuring it out.
We are. Sorry, I'm going to adjust your levels, Miles. There we go. Woo.
All right.
So I must say, let's kick it off with a cocktail. It's one of those days, if you didn't know, it's snowing out. So I'm so excited that I put my deck furniture out when it was 60 degrees last week.
Wait, were you so pissed when you woke up? I was pissed.
So pissed. My deck furniture is like covered in snow. Like, how?
Oh yeah, you did put it out.
Yeah, put all my furniture out.
Look at you.
So we kicked this off, by the way, with a pickleback shot. And now we're on to our Cougar cocktail of the week, which is the Peeps Teeny. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a peep floating around in the...
It tastes like a marshmallow. Sorry, I keep drinking it.
So good. Strawberry cream seltzer, strawberry sparkling ice, and vodka. So yum. Mm-hmm.
It's a little peep.
We've got so much to talk about. I don't even know where to begin. Last night I was out late.
Yeah, one of my notes was talking about the meat market today.
Yeah, if you didn't know, we have a big singles event every year. It's called the Meat Market. We find a place. This was at a brewery in Manchester, Connecticut. Pack the place with single guys, and they have to send photos in and stuff.
Yeah, who's approving it? Are you?
Me.
Holy hell.
So I picked the bachelors. Me and Savannah, who also works at the radio station. We picked the bachelors. We pack the place with bachelors. Ladies get in free, and then it's a big singles mixer.
So now, did a lot of men show up?
Yes.
Was it crazy?
It was crazy. It was fun. I didn't make any connections.
Well, we're gonna ask some questions because I'm sure you mingled a little bit.
I mingled, but I didn't make any connections, and I felt weird. I was wearing leather pants.
No, you looked so hot.
I know. I sent Miles a picture. I go, oh my God, I'm freaking out. I've got a button-down shirt and leather pants. Hello, this is how I usually dress.
No, you looked hot. You knew what you were doing.
And I got my hair done.
Yeah. So, did you see anyone that you were when you were approving the guys? Was there anyone that you're like, oh, I want to meet him?
Yeah, there was a guy, and he sent in a photo on a paddleboard.
Mm-hmm. He was a surfer,
and he was
dude.
Shirtless.
Was he hot in person or not?
He's a little thinner, not as hot.
It's not the worst.
I had no person. I went up to him and go, oh, you're a paddleboard guy. He's like, what are you talking about? I go, paddleboard guy. You sent the photo in with the paddleboard. He's like, oh yeah, I did. He just no personality. Sorry.
You know what? And you need someone who can match your energy because you're someone who you come in the room and you're there.
Yeah.
You need that.
I don't know. I felt awkward. I think I need to do for the Cougars out there, we need an aged meat market.
An aged meat. I like that.
45 and above or 40 and above, aged meat. Just an older man who knows how to I don't know, talk to a woman.
I get, well, okay, good luck. You're not gonna find that. You're not gonna find that. I mean, you're gonna find it, but it's not gonna be like that. But maybe you guys need to do like the age market, like the early bird special. Maybe it's like from like 4 to 6,
Oh
and
my
then the meat
God! Now
market
you're
6
making
to
us
9.
really old. The early bird special, like we're in Florida. We have to get to the fucking buffet.
Well, then it was.
Oh, yeah.
Was anyone making out?
No, there was nobody making out. But in the past, there have been like people making out, going home and hooking up. We would get phone calls in the morning like, "Oh, I went home with this guy," or the guy would be like, "Yeah, I went home with this girl."
So what the hell happened
I
this
feel
year?
like Gen Z, and we need to have Matthew, your boyfriend, has to come on at some point because he's Gen Z.
No, absolutely. We can totally have him come on.
We had a couple of Gen Z bachelors, and they were like, they were in the corner, and I'm like, "What are you doing in the corner?" We don't go to bars. We don't. Gen Z does not go to bars anymore to hook up. They go to gyms. They go hiking. They go to coffee shops. They're much better people than we were when I was that age.
No, wait, actually, you have a really good point there, because I feel like the generation before them, like we were barflies. Like even it was my generation, like we were going out.
Totally.
They're not doing that, and a lot of actually people are going sober these days.
They're sober dating. So Gen Z is not only sober dating, they're not going to bars. So it was weird, and we're gonna have to get Matthew on and just talk. Can we talk? I do want to do an episode with Matthew on Gen Z dating.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it was bizarre. I had to go over to the 2 guys in their like mid-20s and be like, "Wait, can you talk to the ladies?" I don't know. We usually meet people at the gym, or like, when we're out on a hike. I'm like, "Oh my God, okay."
Yeah, no, Matthew can teach you some things on how to turn your bedroom into a revolving door. I am known as Captain Save a Ho. Let's just put it that way.
I think he needs to help me out first.
But so the meat market. So you had, how many guys would you say were there? Like 50?
50, and they brought a wingman with them.
It was like 100 guys.
100.
How many girls were there?
200. There's always more women than men.
Did you walk by any of the guys and be like, "Oh, honey, you're gay," or you didn't do that?
One guy.
I knew it. There's always one.
One guy, and I just felt bad. I didn't know if he was understanding what the event was about. But then two women came up to me.
Shut the...
Well, the name of the event is the meat market. So
right.
He was so excited.
Right.
And then he got there and was like,
"Oh,
this is the wrong place for me. I'm not too sure." 2 women came up to me and they said, "You know what, Courtney, we love." See, this is going to feed into your theory.
Well, yesterday I was at the salon. The other day, you were not helping your theory, but anyways.
Well, you could tell me why, but they came up to me and said, "We love you, and do you think you could throw a lesbian meat market?"
Holy hell! I'll help you with that. We need a lot of security.
I know. I had an idea years ago for the radio station, but they nixed it. Called the Bi Ball, where you get dressed up.
Oh, the Bi Ball.
Yes.
I'm like, Bi balls? Okay.
Like a ball, like a
a Bi Ball. I love that.
And I thought the name was great. A Bi Ball just come out, but
no. Well, you should pitch it again, because everyone, like, I feel like iHeart would actually, they'd probably get praised for it nowadays.
I agree. Maybe I will pitch it again.
You should. The Bi Ball.
What did I do that you think was what? I don't.
Well, no, you were just telling me, like, what you want to do with your girlfriends, I think, and something involved like you cooking her dinner and then giving her a massage.
No,
I'm kidding.
I
said you
said
something.
And my girlfriend and I,
yes,
my best friend and I want to go get a massage. We're thinking of a couple's massage.
And I was like,
"You're gay."
All right, lesbian. It's not gay. It's lesbian.
Okay.
Lesbo.
Okay.
Lesy.
Listen, call me whatever you want.
The big D.
I do like the big D.
You do. Yes. I just think, maybe one day you'll wake up. And you did look at me and say, "Wouldn't it be so funny if one day I realized that I actually like women?" But you don't like women. And I want to preface, I understand you don't like women. However, you don't help the cause of me thinking that.
That's just me. That's just
it's who you are.
But I would probably, I don't know.
You wouldn't.
No.
And we're going to find you a man.
I love men. Okay.
Anyway.
So I've got a new feature.
Oh God! Oh yes!
And we're calling it Cougar News.
Yes,
Yay!
I'm so excited. Can someone put that before that? Yeah.
I don't know. We edit our own podcast, so if I can figure out how to add a I will. Cougar News, only because we have so many Cougars reaching out to us on Instagram now and sending me DMs, and we're just chatting back and forth, and I want to give them all shout outs. Some funny stuff has happened. Okay.
Love it.
Cougar Shauna wants to add weird coincidence to every episode. Last episode you did Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber. Weird or coincidence?
Yes.
She thinks we need to do it every episode.
I do like that. That would involve some investigating.
Sorry, I know. Does anybody else get up in the middle of their podcast?
Absolutely.
I need to get my cell phone. Okay. So you're yes on Shauna.
Yeah.
Okay. So we might do that, Shauna. Good one. Cougar Daniela wants to get tattoos together.
Okay, listen. Maybe we could get your face tattooed on us.
Okay. Well, you've got a tattoo on your hand.
I have one. You want to see
One.
my other dumb one?
So you've got 2 total.
Look how dumb that is.
He has Morse code on his wrist.
I literally have Braille.
Is it Braille?
No.
It's like 4 dots.
Yeah.
She wants to get tattoos together. She also says her husband is 10 years younger than she is and plays in a Bon Jovi tribute band, and she's a total cougar.
Listen, well, I gotta tell you something. I want to come to the band.
We do.
I want to go to. I want to see. Do they tour the nation?
I have no idea.
Is the nation America?
I have no idea.
Is the nation America?
Yes, it is. It is. But we don't claim to be a smart podcast.
No, you're not going to learn much at all, really.
But I want to show you. So Daniela tells me that her husband plays in a Bon Jovi tribute band, which we want to go. So reach out to us on Instagram, Daniela. So I send her this photo. And we'll show the camera if you want.
Look at you. Look at him. He's tall.
Me and John Bon Jovi.
John Bon Jovi's tall. You need to post this.
Like the cutest man.
And look how hot you are.
Oh, yeah. That was years ago. But like the nicest guy on the planet. Here, I'll hold it up here. Here we go. See? Here's me and John Bon Jovi. So I sent her that. And she was like, oh, my God, no way. And I was like, yes.
Does her husband play John in the tribute?
You know what? I didn't even ask. See, that's the problem. I got to really get into detail.
Yeah, we want to get to know these people. But I did feel bad not recording last week, and Matthew made a really good point on the way here. He was like, don't you feel bad for the people that probably listen every week? And I was like, oh my God, yeah, I kind of forget that people are listening.
Yeah, and I tell you what, a few cougars reached out, and it might have been Jordan reached out. She said, I couldn't even have my coffee this morning.
Yeah.
I was waiting for my Wednesday coffee with a cougar den, and it wasn't there. So I'm sorry, but I am feeling better, and my dog is feeling better.
We apologize, but blame Courtney.
Ooh, yeah, because you were fine. You were fine.
I'm kidding.
Cougar news. Cougar Jordan suggests we call our fans the Cougar Cubs.
I love Cougar Cubs. I will say in the gay community there is a name for the Cubs, and it's a short, fat man that's gay.
But it's not Cougar Cubs. It's just Cubs in the gay community. Okay.
So
we could do Cougar Cubs, or we could. I mean, I don't know. Does it mean short, fat women if we do Cougar Cubs? Because we don't want that, right?
No, we don't.
I don't want that.
Courtney, I love you so much. Like, I genuinely love you.
Yeah, okay, good. That's the cocktail talk.
Cougar Cubbies.
And Truth or Drink is her favorite. Don't stop Truth or Drink.
We won't.
Thank you, Jordan. Cougar Cub Alyssa wants to join in our thirst trap photo shoot.
Okay, so come on over.
So last time, our last podcast, or the one before, I can't remember, we discussed, like, I really want to do a thirst trap photo shoot. Like, where we professionally get our hair done.
Yes.
AKA Miles Joseph.
Yes.
We get makeup done.
Yeah.
And we dress like tramps and look really hot. And
Hell yeah.
Photos.
And have a fan.
Yes. Like somebody clapping and a fan blowing.
Yes. It's gonna be 2 fans. There we go. Yeah.
So I feel like we need to work on that, Alyssa, because I want to make that happen this summer when we feel tan and we feel better about ourselves.
Well, I think it can happen because me and you are working on something to happen in June.
Okay. Ooh, right? Yes, Cougar Cubs. Make sure you join us and follow us on Instagram, because we are trying to do some sort of live event.
Yes. It's going to be great. There's going to be strippers.
I hope so. Oh my God. So that's going to be our new feature, Cougar News. So if you want to be featured in Cougar News, or you have a question for us or anything, you got to reach out to us on Instagram.
Slide into our DMs. Chat with us.
Please do. We're going into Easter. Can you believe it? Like, what is happening?
No, there's so much going on. And we're going into Easter. So what was I just gonna say about that? My whole family, we're doing Easter together for the first time ever. Did I tell you about this?
No, you did not. And I know that your parents are divorced.
Yes.
Is that a big thing?
So it used to be a big thing. Well, maybe it wasn't a big thing. I don't know. But my dad's hosting everyone, my mom, my grandparents on my mom's side over, because my brother had a baby.
So everybody's going.
It's going to be amazing. I'm going to drink a lot.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Now, when you guys get together for Easter, do you have to bring anything, like a dish or a side dish?
My stepmom is amazing actually at making like a spread and doing the whole thing. I'll bring something.
Like a bottle of booze.
Yeah, I'll bring something to drink.
I feel like you should.
Yeah.
Now, does Matthew like going to your families for Easter?
That's a question for him.
He does. Yeah.
Do you like coming to me? He does. No, we have a good time.
Because I know that, like, when I was in a relationship, it was
Yeah.
hard to, like, juggle, like, which house do you go to? And I never like going to his family's house.
Yeah, yeah.
I always like going to my family's house.
Right, of course. You're more comfortable. So for me, it's easy. But, the good thing about this is that he has a great family, and then I have a great family, but his parents are in Florida. So we couldn't just fly down for,
Okay.
the weekend. So, but we spent good time with them. His aunts are, up in Mass. So we'll go say hi to them eventually. But it's kooky.
Here's another thing. Do you still get Easter baskets?
No, and that's
Messed up. I feel like you should get an Easter basket from the
Easter Bunny.
for the rest of your life, or as long as the Easter Bunny remembers to give you.
Are you hearing that, Matthew?
Wait, do you give Matthew an Easter basket?
It's Easter every day for him. It is Easter every day for him. A big dude that looks like a bunny hops into the house and gives him whatever the hell he wants. All right? It's serious. So it's time for me. Big baby wants an Easter basket.
Big baby bear.
Big baby bear wants an Easter basket.
You would be considered a bear, no?
Have we gone over the terminology for the gay community?
And I feel like we should, but I've always been under the impression that a bear has got facial hair.
Yeah, so I think your type is like a bear, but you also like surfers, which is like not a bear.
I know.
Do you prefer a guy with a dad bod or abs?
Dad bod.
But when I say dad bod, do you mean like chubby, chunky, or like just like he had a? No.
I was saying
you want him to roll in on a wheelchair.
I was finishing your sentence. Not obese, but I like a guy who takes care of himself, but he's not at the gym. I don't need a guy that's jacked up and ripped.
No. They're fun to look at.
Yeah,
they're fun to count.
Yes.
In the dark.
Like a fun guy.
Yeah.
Would be nice. But you would be a bear because you have
I'm a bear. Hair. I'm a bear.
Okay.
You'd be a twink.
I would be a twink.
Yeah. Do you want me to go over them?
Yeah, quick.
So we got a twink, and that's a skinny gay guy. Then you got a bear who's me, like a chubbier guy with facial hair, like dad bod situation or bigger. You have an otter who's like kind of in between a skinny hairy guy.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have a cub, which is a short, little, younger thing, bear. And then my favorite is a twunk, because I was a twunk at one point, which is a chubby twink. Yeah, I went through phases in my life. Okay, like we won't get into tops and bottoms. Okay. That's a different day for probably a different podcast.
Yes.
But the twunk is a chubbier, twink.
Okay, because I know we've talked about twinks, but I've never heard the term twonk.
Yeah, twonk.
Okay.
Twunk.
Ooh.
Twat, something like that.
Should we even be talking about Easter and then twonks and all that stuff?
It sounds religious to me.
It does. My Easter plans, not much. Yeah, I want to know. I think I'm gonna have a couple girlfriends over, and I'm gonna host a nip hunt. Not nipples.
I was gonna say you're hiding your nipples around here.
Like nips.
Yeah.
Nips. I hide them around the yard. I did it like 2 years ago. Hit them all around the yard, and then my friends go out with Easter baskets and try and find them. It's pretty funny.
I love that.
I know. My neighbors might not.
You should do like a game with them, like to prank them, like pour shots, but like you tell them it could be water, it could be vodka, and like everyone has to do it at the same time. Have you ever done that?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
We should do that for our next podcast, me and you.
That would be a blast.
Can we do it with just 2 people?
Yeah, why not?
Well,
why don't we have Matthew on it? Yeah.
Okay, the 3 of us. But that's all I had to talk about today.
Wait, so why are you not doing You're so funny. Why are you not doing Easter with your family?
Because I don't have any family in the state.
Oh yeah.
And so they live about 3 hours away. And I
have 3 hours?
Yeah, and I got to work on Monday. So for me to go home on Sunday for Easter,
no, not gonna happen.
It doesn't happen for me usually. So Easter is the one holiday I spend usually by myself.
What does your sister do? Because she's far away.
She's in Florida and she spends it alone too. So she'll have her friends over or do something like that.
But Christmas, you guys all come together.
Yeah, we all get together Christmas somewhere. We've been to Florida before. We go back to New Hampshire to visit my family.
Which you guys live in a great house on the freaking water. Hello, I love it. I need to make it my up there.
Yeah, you do. Oh my god, we'll go up there this summer.
I would really love to do that.
Hang with my mother Gail.
And we're doing P-Town this summer too.
Oh yeah,
but
I'll do P-Town with you guys.
Yeah. Oh, you have to.
Do we want to do truth or drink? Are we ready for it?
We do.
Okay. Do you want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever eaten food off somebody's body?
I love crushing up Cheetos and spreading them all over Matthew and licking them up. No, I have never done that. Maybe a deviled egg off of someone's nipple one time, but that was probably it.
All right.
I've never done that. Have you?
I don't think I have either. No, but I would. Like if you put Cheez-Its on somebody's body and I was really hungry, that's my like guilty pleasure is a Cheez-It. I would eat that hell out of it.
Why not? Why not? Yeah, no, I don't think that I would like the whipped cream. It's sticky. No, yeah, I'm not into that.
No whipped cream.
Okay, let me see here because I have a whole list. What's something petty that you've done that you've stood by?
Oh my, really?
I know, it's hard. You want to ask you another one? I have so many.
No, but I mean, I'll drink just because I don't have an answer.
Oh, no, I have a better one.
Okay.
What's the weirdest thing that you've Googled recently?
Oh my God. It's probably something to do with my dog and his diarrhea. It was probably like, oh, I Googled it this morning. I said, can excitement when friends come to the house, aka Miles for the podcast, cause an IBD flare-up?
Okay, yeah, that was something I wouldn't normally Google.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had sex at your parents' house as an adult?
Hell no.
Okay.
Have you? Because you have.
Probably.
Yeah, you probably have. Yeah.
So
Gail, are you listening? Clean those sheets.
Probably.
Oh, here's a good one.
Okay.
What's your most toxic trait?
My most toxic trait?
In a relationship.
Oh, never speaking my mind. Always agreeing. Never speaking up. I know, isn't that odd?
That is not you.
Never speaking up.
In this relationship, you better speak up.
Yeah, the last relationship I was in, which was a really long one, we would do what he wanted to do when he wanted to do it. Like, if I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't speak up. I'd just go and do it. I'd just go along with it. I know.
All right, so you need to hang out with Matthew because Matthew will literally not do anything. Not even like once in a while that he doesn't want to do. I'm like,
really?
Come on.
Yeah, no. I think that's my most toxic trait in a relationship is that I'm always agreeable.
We're going to change that.
Okay, good. Do you have a pet name for your private parts?
For my dick?
Yeah.
Wait, can I say that?
And who gave you the pet name?
I don't.
Yeah,
Oh, well, he calls it Mr. Stevens sometimes. I'm kidding now.
So no.
Now, do you have one for your vagina?
Lady bits.
Come on, want to see my lady bits?
I got my lady bits.
That is a little lesbian, but we won't go there. I got my lady bits. My mom calls it lady bits too, actually.
Does she? I feel like that's a term everybody uses.
My ex, I think that there was something weird with that. Not my ex from my last book from high school. That was something weird. Wait, can I ask another one?
Yeah, you go for it.
What's your biggest turn off?
Turn off.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest turn off is probably, oh my God.
Even in like a friendship, like a relationship, a friendship, a work relationship.
Oh, somebody who crawls up your ass.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like
there's no room.
If there's no room. If I don't answer your call, I'm busy. Don't call me 10 times later and go, what's going on? Are you mad at me? Do we need to talk? Don't, you know what I'm saying? Where they just
I will say that you do text kind of funny. And it makes me think sometimes you're mad at me. And I don't ever follow up. Like when I get like a thumbs up or like an okay, I'm like, does she hate me?
No, can we discuss this? Everybody teases me about it. And the people at work are like, you've got to stop sending a thumbs up because that's passive aggressive.
You're being a dick.
That's what they said. I'm like, that's not it at all. It's just that I don't have time. Like a thumbs up is a good sign. Thumbs up, okay, is like, yeah, I love it. Great, good. But apparently I have to stop. It's affecting you too.
Yeah.
It's affecting you too?
Yeah, I'm insecure. Like, why do you do this?
So I do it to everybody. And apparently, because I haven't sent myself one, when I send a thumbs up, it's giant and takes up the whole screen.
Yes.
Is it really big thumbs up?
It's huge.
I know. I don't know why that's happening on my phone.
And
I don't know. Because
like I was like, oh, I'm going to be a couple minutes late. And you just go thumbs up. And I was like, oh my God, like, should I just like get into a car accident and get in there? Like, I'm going to speed there. No, but sometimes you do that. You need like
I do it all the time. You're not the only one. Everybody says the same thing. Are you mad? I'm like, because I sent you a thumbs up. That was like, yeah, good. It's all good.
Because I feel like you're always in a good mood, but I feel like if someone pisses you off, run.
It takes a lot.
Okay.
It takes a lot.
Have patience.
It doesn't happen often, but when it does, people are scared.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be terrified.
All right, but don't be offended with the thumbs up and the okay.
I won't.
Because I was getting a charcuterie board together for you, and I didn't have time to test.
You're like, fuck off.
The quiche's gonna burn.
Yep.
And,
And the other thing too is speak your mind. In this friendship, you speak your mind. If you don't like something I'm wearing, saying, doing, just tell me. It
hasn't happened yet.
Well, I used to cuss a lot on here because you told me to.
Well,
newsflash, she told me, cuss all the time.
I like the cussing, but then it was excessive, and I had to edit it.
See, but that's not excessive to me. That's how I talk. You should hear me at home. I'm like,
I'm a truck driver, and no offense to truck drivers, but
I think you just upset a community of truck drivers that listen to our podcast.
And let's be honest, I like a good truck driver.
You do.
I do.
Courtney, what do they call them? Parking lot pups?
A lot lizard.
A lot lizard.
I'm a lot lizard. Does that mean I have to go to a truck stop and you just walk around? That's a prostitute.
No, it's a lot lizard.
What is a lot? How do we know? It's a prostitute. Okay, at a truck yard.
Sounds
a lot
fun.
Lizard.
Honestly, if I had nothing to lose, I'd be in there in a little, maybe like with this body.
You would be a lot lizard.
Oh, and like a little dress that kind of rides up as I walk, and the whole thing.
Wait,
my lady bits are hanging out.
Dress?
If I had nothing to lose in this life, and I wanted to have some fun, I'd go, because the lot lizards, they want ladyboys.
Okay. But a lot lizard is not the truck driver.
You're like thinking, are we going to get canceled for...
No.
Yeah, the lot lizard is the person going to do it. So yeah, I'm saying if I had nothing to lose, you'd find me in a little mini skirt.
Okay.
And some BB heels, shaking this lot lizard body around, having fun.
I feel like you'd look really good in a pair of short overalls with no shirt under it. Like, you know what I mean? Like overalls and they're shorts and you've got no shirt under it and they're tight. He's done that.
I've never done that.
Your fringe jumpsuit.
A fringe jumpsuit? Stop. Miles, I can't.
Mind you, if we went through Matthew's closet,
mm-hmm.
It looks like he was on Dance Moms in 2004. Everything's like stretchy material, see-through. I'm like, there was one thing that he sent me, and I was like, oh, you look so cute. We first started dating. I was like, I can't wait to burn that. It was like a pink sachet away thing out the tit throat. And
I love it, because every time Matthew comes over, and this is the first time I've seen him not in yoga pants.
Yes, I know.
It's usually like workout gear.
It always is workout gear. Maybe he's a lesbian.
Maybe I am too now, because that's all I wear is workout gear.
Well,
this isn't looking good for me at all.
Anyway. Yeah, we got to move on, lot lizard.
Listen, I hope you have a great Easter.
Yes, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy Easter. He is risen, all of that. Enjoy our cougar cocktail, which is the Peeps Teeny with a floating peep in it. You have time to get it.
Take me to church.
Yeah, before. And in fact, this is what I was thinking when I was creating this. It doesn't matter what cocktails you're serving on Easter. If you throw a floating peep in it,
everyone's going to love it.
It's an Easter cocktail. Everybody's going to love it. Sorry about last week, but we are back full force. Reach out to us on Instagram for our Cougar Cubs, because we have Cougar news every single episode now.
Yeah, and actually, after every episode that we record, we go to the DMs and we talk to you guys.
We do.
We send pictures.
Yeah.
It's fun. We have fun.
Yeah.
So talk to us.
Truth or drink questions, or if you want us to talk about something specific. And this is one thing I forgot. Somebody requested more beauty tips from you. Hair and beauty tips.
Well, let's give them one before we leave, because you were just saying you want texture.
Yeah.
So she curled her hair. She wanted more texture beach waves. Don't be afraid to do the great shake. So go and show them the shake I taught you.
Oh, yeah. So this is how you have to do it. I'm so excited.
You're so cute.
He told me I was going like this, ladies. Like, and he said, no, I have to go from under and go.
Yeah, shake it and then pull it out and then pull.
Ow.
Well, she put cement in her hair, so.
See?
No, it's cute.
It's beachier, right?
That's what you want. You want to shake it like take the ends, literally whack it up. Whack it up. I'm not kidding. Like, whack it.
I think maybe we'll end every episode with a beauty tip from Miles, because that's what the girls want.
Yeah, let's do it. I got a lot.
All right. Well, listen, ladies, have a great Easter, and we will be chatting with you in our next podcast. New podcast drop every single Wednesday. We're now on YouTube.
Yes.
So if you're listening and not watching, make sure you check us out on YouTube, iHeartRadio app, kiss957.com, Instagram, link in the bio,
TikTok, everything.
Alexa, Roku TV, you're going to find us. It's the Cougar Den Podcast.
Wow, love it.
Should I eat this little sucker?
What was that?